good morning students. Yesterday we had an introduction of not-for-profit organization. We also studied how do we prepare the receipt and payment account. So today I would be teaching you about the income and expenditure account. So take down second one, income and expenditure account. Under that write down an income and expenditure account is the revenue account of not-for-profit organization which is prepared for the purpose of finding out surplus or deficit of funds, full stop. It is similar to profit and loss account of a trading concern. So what do we mean by a income and expenditure account? Last year in your final accounts you had studied your profit and loss account. In case of profit and loss account, we used to get a net profit or a net loss. Same way in an income and expenditure account, we will be getting surplus or deficit. Surplus is nothing but a profit and deficit is nothing but a loss. When the income is more than the expenses, it is your surplus. And when the expense is more than the income, it becomes your deficit. So income and expenditure account usually involves only revenue items and not capital items, which means only revenue receipts and revenue payments will be recorded in our income and expenditure account. Next write down features of income and expenditure account. Under that first point, nature of account. So income and expenditure account is a nominal account. So the golden rule applies is debit all expenses and credit all incomes. Same way in an income and expenditure account, in our debit side we will be writing all our expenses and on the credit side we will be writing all our income and gains. Write down the second point, nature of items recorded in it. So only revenue items are recorded in our income and expenditure account and capital items are not recorded. For example, loss on sale of any fixed asset, sale of newspapers, subscriptions, all these are the revenue items which will be recorded in our income and expenditure account. Write down the third point, omission of opening and closing balance of cash. So in case of income and expenditure account, we will not bring forward our opening balance of cash and bank just we did in the receipt and payment account. So that is not to be done. Adjustments, same way like we did a profit and loss account, in our income and expenditure account all the adjustments such as outstanding expense, outstanding income, prepaid expense, income, depreciation will be recorded. Next fifth point, it records income and expenditure of current period. So what did we do in our receipt and payment account? We included our previous year, current year and the next year, but in case of our income and expenditure account we will only be including those items which are of the current year. Next sixth point, purpose. So the income and expenditure account will mainly give us the surplus or deficit. If the credit side is more than the debit side, it becomes your surplus. If the debit side is more than the credit side, it will become a deficit. So the surplus will be added to the capital fund in the balance sheet, whereas the deficit will be deducted in the capital fund. So from yesterday's receipt and payment account and today's income and expenditure account, what are the major differences we can come across? The first major difference is that our receipt and payment account will have both the capital and revenue items, whereas income and expenditure account will have only our revenue items. In case of a receipt and payment account, we take into consideration the past year, current year and the next year. But in case of our income and expenditure account, only current year is taken into consideration. Our receipt and payment account is a real account, whereas income and expenditure account is a nominal account. In case of receipt and payment account, we used to bring down the cash and bank balance, but in case of income and expenditure account, we do not bring the cash and bank balances. Adjustments are not considered in receipt and payment account, but in case of income and expenditure account, they are adjustments to be considered. Receipt and payment account only includes cash items, whereas income and expenditure account includes both cash and non-cash items. Write down the next side heading, capital and revenue items. In the next line, on the basis of nature, business transactions are classified as, first one, capital receipts, second, capital expenditure, third, revenue receipts, fourth, revenue expenditure. Leave a line, write down the first one, capital receipts. Next line, write down, it includes those receipts which will yield benefits to the entity in the current year as well as in future years. Full stop. They are non-recurring in nature. Full stop. So what do we understand by capital receipt? Any receipt which is not recurring in nature and which is involved for a period of more than 1 year. For example, life membership fees. In case of life membership fees, we will only collect the life membership fees once in a year and not every now and then. So it is a capital receipt. Then we will have donation for special purposes. Special purposes may be construction of a building. We may have a sports pavilion constructed. Donation which are received for specific purposes are also a capital receipt because it will not be received every now and then. Next line, write down treatment of capital receipt. Next line, the capital receipts should be written on the liability side of the balance sheet. Write down second one, capital expenditure. Write down the meaning. Capital expenditure is an expenditure whose benefit is not exhausted in just 1 year but is available for more than 1 year. The meaning of capital expenditure and receipt is almost the same. In case of capital expenditure, it is an expenditure for the organization, and in case of capital receipt, it is a revenue for the organization. Both capital receipt and revenue is non-recurring in nature. Leave a line, write down in the next line, treatment of capital expenditure. Under that next line, the capital expenditure is taken to the asset side of the balance sheet. Leave a line, write down the third one, revenue receipts. Under that, revenue receipt is the amount received on account of revenue item, say subscriptions, interest received, rent received, etc. Full stop. It is recurring in nature. So revenue receipts are nothing but the amount which is received by the organization by subscriptions, sale of old newspapers, rent received or any other income received. Leave a line. Next line, treatment of revenue receipts. Under that next line, revenue receipts are written on the credit side of income and expenditure account after making necessary adjustments. Leave a line. Last one, fourth one, revenue expenditure. Write down the meaning. Revenue expenditure refers to expenditure whose benefit is exhausted within 1 year that is in the year in which it is incurred. So examples we can say freight, carriage, purchase of newspaper, etc. Leave a line. Next line write down treatment of revenue expenditure. Revenue expenditure will be written on the debit side of income and expenditure account. Full stop. Next write down classify the following items into capital or revenue receipts or expenditure. Under that first one, special donation. So special donation, firstly you need to know whether it will be a capital or a revenue item. It is a capital item. Will it be a receipt or an expense? We are receiving the donation, so it will be a capital receipt. So hyphen capital receipt. This is the way you would be writing it in your notebook. Special donation hyphen capital receipts. Next, second one, life membership fees. Life membership fees would be a capital receipt. Why? Because we would be receiving that fees once in a lifetime. Next, write down the third one, sale of old newspapers. So sale of old newspaper is a revenue receipt. Why receipt? Because we will be getting money by selling the newspaper. So it is revenue receipt. Fourth one, we have subscriptions. Again it is a revenue receipt. Next we have stamp duty and legal charges incurred on the purchase of land. So will this be a revenue or a capital expenditure? It will be a capital expenditure because we do not purchase land within a year once or twice or thrice. We purchase land maybe once in a lifetime or maybe in a very rare case. Write down the next one, sixth one. Commission paid for encashment of check received for donation. So whenever this is not any kind of special donation, we have received a check for donation, we are paying commission for that, so it will be a revenue expenditure. Next, seventh one, repairs to lecture hall. It is a capital expenditure. Next, eighth, purchase of typewriter for office use. If we buy a laptop, do we buy it very frequently? Do we buy in a year, once, twice, thrice? No. So it becomes a capital expenditure. Next, X-ray plant purchased by hospital. Again, it is a capital expenditure. Next, land purchased by sports club. Land purchase is a capital expenditure. Next, subscription to newspaper. We are subscribing the newspaper, so it is a revenue expenditure. Repair to machinery. So if anyone has a factory, they will be having machinery in their factory. So wear and tear in machinery is very frequent, and repairing a machinery is a revenue expenditure. So write down repair to machinery, revenue expenditure. Next, freight charges on asset purchase. So if you have a machine in your factory and you are paying freight charges for that, that will be your capital expenditure. Why? Because the machines are not purchased on a very frequent basis. Next, sale of old sport material. It is a revenue receipt. Amount spent on painting and whitewashing of building. It depends whether it is a new building or the old building. In case it is a new building, it becomes your capital expenditure. But in case of the old building, it becomes your revenue expenditure. Clear? So it depends on the problem what they have mentioned. So over there you can just put an hyphen and write revenue hash capital expenditure. And under that you can write, if it is a new building, then capital expenditure, full stop. Next line, old building, revenue expenditure. Next, cost of air conditioning, it is your capital expenditure. Repairs to building, it is a revenue expenditure. Rupees 5 lakh received as lottery prize is a capital receipt. You may be thinking why lottery is capital receipt and not revenue receipt. Every now and then you will not receive 5 lakh as lottery, that is why it is a capital receipt. Next, installation expenses of machinery, again it's a capital expenditure because we will be purchasing a machinery once a while and installation charges are only once in a lifetime. Next, extension of sports pavilion, capital expenditure. Next, amount spent on maintenance of old building, it is a revenue expenditure. Next, amount spent on repairs of machinery, revenue expenditure. Next, carriage paid on goods purchased, it's a revenue expenditure. So you might be thinking why it is revenue and not capital. The last one which I said was, it was freight charges on purchase of machinery. But in this case, we are paying the carriage charges for goods purchased. In any of the factory or workplace, the raw material would be necessary and would be needed every now and then. So it is a revenue expenditure. Next, special donation received for construction of building, it's a capital receipt. Amount collected as entrance fees during musical evening, revenue receipt. Government grants is a revenue receipt. Next, scholarship paid to students by the college, it's a revenue expenditure. Last one, rupees 451 in the lucky draw, that is a revenue receipt. 450, the reason it becomes a revenue receipt is because it's a very small amount and small amounts can be won in case of our lotteries, but huge amounts like 5 lakhs are not very frequent. So the reason I have given you these points is for you all to know which are the revenue items and which would be written on an income and expenditure account, because in the income and expenditure account only revenue items are taken into consideration and all the capital items are not written. So be thorough and be very clear about what will be revenue and what will be capital. So that's all for today. We shall be continuing the problems on income and expenditure accounts tomorrow. Thank you.